Tonight we are not here to say goodbye to Donna. We're here to say thank you. Thank you for helping to fulfill this idea. I mean, you're in a room full of ideas, and this place is an idea that Julius Schweinfurth had in 1931 when he said that he wanted to have a place to exhibit and study the arts with a particular emphasis on people who display a special talent for art in any form and who intend to follow it as a life work. So now to start our speakers, by the way, my name is Steve Bolin. I happen to be a board member now. I'd like to welcome pianist George Kerstetter up. George was one of the first board members here.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you very much. Well, I'm very happy to be here tonight. As you might know, my name is George Kerstetter, and I was one of the, I'm the last surviving original trustee of this place. So, I know, so I guess I owe that to the good living that I'm doing with my wife. But anyway, I just want to say a few words to you tonight. Usually, because I have been around so long, they often invite me back to say a few words about the early beginnings here. But tonight, I'm not going to do that. Tonight, I'm going to just talk about, I'm just going to refer to Donna, because this is all about Donna tonight. So I have a couple of notes here that I'm going to read, if you don't mind. And I also must say that my wife, Jean, has been with me throughout this whole time. She's been doing stuff almost as long as I have here. And she was on the board that hired Donna 25 years ago. So nice job, Jean. Thank you. Good show. So what I did, I Googled, and I saw some things that people say about this place. And there's hundreds of things that they've written about, but I just put a few things down. Here's what they like about this place. They like the low admission price. They like the very helpful and friendly staff. They like the huge range of artistic expression. And finally, they like the quality of the exhibits, mainly that quilt thing that was become so internationally important. So Donna, she's responsible for the success of all this stuff. And every review, by the way, that I looked at had 5 stars. I mean, 5 stars. That's pretty good. Now, the other thing I did, I wanted to do a little bit, I wanted to find out a little bit more about the information that what this place does. Even tonight, I heard somebody right nearby say, oh, I didn't know they did this here. So here's kind of the stuff they do here. They visualize the following media. Photography, I'm going to say them slow so you can think about it. Photography, sculpture, ceramics, painting, drawing, fiber, installation, and finally video. So in 25 years, Donna has brought all this media to a higher level. Donna, I want to congratulate you on a job well done. You have... I just want to say thank you. Thank you for inviting me tonight, and Jean. Thanks, George.
Next is our board president and artist, Ann Clark, who is about to say some words.
It's so great to see you all. I'd like to start by asking if the staff would sort of step forward, come out of the crowd. Julia, I see you back there. Nikki. So asking these amazing people to come forward is also about Donna. Donna is a team player. And these folks have put together this extraordinary evening and worked together with Donna's leadership. It's a different kind, it's a really specific kind of leadership. So asking the staff to come forward, there's Nikki, and give these marvelous people a round of applause. Thanks so much for everything that you have done and will continue to do. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I am the board president, but my few words are really as an artist. I would like to thank Donna for honoring and leading in such an incredibly impactful way the Schweinfurth's mission and vision to support artists through the years. Through all the years that Donna has been here, and I say this for myself, has provided for thousands of artists unique opportunities to exhibit work and to learn from their own work, because it really is through exhibiting and sharing our work that our work grows, and we continue to grow, and the work becomes a part of culture at large in this community. And so as an artist, I'm thanking you, Donna, for all the other
So now, one of my personal favorites, my mentor, Counselor Jenny Kent. Come on, walk.
Thank you, Steve. Appreciate it. Well, good evening, everyone. I'm here tonight on behalf of Auburn's Mayor, Jimmy Giannatino, my fellow councilors, and the City of Auburn to honor Donna on her retirement from the Schweinfurth Art Center. And I want to just say that I don't think that we're going to be even using the word retirement in a few years, because I know darn well they're not retiring at all. I just know you. Our community has benefited greatly from Donna's work. People come from Auburn for many reasons. At the top of the list is probably family, friends, work. I would argue that just below that is the arts. Through Donna's vision and dedication, a wide net was cast to draw people to Auburn for their love of visual arts, and in particular textile and fiber arts. Once inspired by the Schweinfurth experience, many visitors would go on to Cayuga Museum and then walk downtown to enjoy the public arts tour, stop by the Equal Rights Heritage Center, maybe they'd have dinner downtown, perhaps they'd stay at a local hotel. You can see how the impact of arts affects the economic environment in a community. People visit our town to enjoy arts and culture, and many return. This is one way that we grow community here in Auburn. Donna put the extra effort in to extend our access to the arts when she took over Quilting by the Lake, and later when she collaborated with the Cayuga Museum and Executive Director Kirsten Weiss Ghosh and the City of Auburn to secure funding for the new West End Arts Campus, which was part of Auburn's downtown revitalization initiative a few years back. They unified and added several new features to the two neighboring museums, and that's where we're standing today. Donna has led with both wisdom and warmth. I wish I was looking at you. It's weird hearing you behind me. And ensuring that our art center stands as a place of inspiration, education, and unity. And on behalf of a grateful city, we thank you for the quarter-century of tireless service and for the legacy you leave behind, a legacy that will continue to enrich our community for generations to come. And Donna, if you would mind coming up here and joining me for just a moment. It is my great honor to present you with a key to our city. Let me read it for you. In recognition of your 25 years of exemplary leadership to the Schweinfurth Art Center and the arts community of our city and our region, presented August 16, 2025. May this serve as a symbol of our respect, our appreciation, and our heartfelt thanks for everything you have achieved. Thank you so much.
Next is textile artist and supporter of the Schweinfurth State Senator Rachel May.
Thank you. I am so honored to be here and thrilled to be able to be part of this celebration of the amazing work that Donna has done over 25 years, but I'm sure much more than that. Textile artist is a little bit of a exaggeration for what I do, but I am very grateful to the Schweinfurth for everything you do, but for elevating the textile arts, because I think it's a way that real textile artists like Anne or Patrick or people who show on these walls, and those of us who do the more domestic arts, there's a continuum, and we feel recognized and understood, I think, in a way when we come and see the real art on the walls here and can recognize the kinds of things we're doing at home as part of a grand project of creating beauty out of ordinary domestic materials. Anyway, I also have a proclamation in honor of Donna from the New York State Senate, honoring Donna Lamb upon the occasion of her retirement. I won't read it all, but I will say a couple of things. Whereas Donna is retiring as the executive director of the Schweinfurth Art Center after over 250 exhibits and over 100 wheels of brie wrapped in Whereas one of Donna's most significant accomplishments was the purchase of the Quilting by the Lake Conference in 2003. QBL helped put SAC on the map as an important venue for quilting and fiber arts and increased its membership, its donors, and its national profile. And as a one-time participant in QBL, I can say it is an amazing addition to our arts scene around here. And with that, I won't read the rest, but except here, it's hereby proclaimed that I, New York State Senator Rachel May, honor Donna Lamb upon the occasion of her retirement.
Thank you. Next, Liz Anderson, are you here? Well, I guess not. There is a presentation I know that's coming from a group of quilters from Liz. There's something called Assistance. So while we're waiting, are there any former or present board members here tonight? Just raise your hand. How many? How about practicing artists? That's okay.
My name is Wes Kleiner, and I was the head of the board when we selected Donna Lamb to be director 25 years ago. And I applaud her for being such a figure in this city and for this museum all these years. Never in my wildest dreams did I think that a director could last so long. Because I know what it takes. Because when we had a hiatus between the former director and choosing Don, I had to take over, go up on the roof and check the air conditioner, do all the maintenance, put up the exhibits. The joke is on me because I got on the tallest ladder I could just stretch to adjust the lights. After Donna came along, she bought a lift. She showed me how it could be done. But I thank her for what might look like my prescient wisdom in hiring her, but she did all the work. And thank you, thank you, thank you.
So anybody else got some Schweinfurth stories? So here's my story. I was a principal here at Beardsley Architects and Engineers, and I first came here, and I'm not from around here. And I had clients who I knew wanted unique gifts, so I started to come to the gift shop right over there, which, by the way, is open tonight. And I started to buy gifts, and they're very unique, and they're modern design, and they're lovely. And I came in here a few times, and next thing you know, because this is a nonprofit, somebody says, well, what do you do? And I said, I'm an architect. And he said, well, I bet you'd like to be on our board. So, before any of you leave tonight. But quite seriously, it's been really my pleasure to have been involved with this board 10 years ago, and now as a retread. Okay, quick Julius Schweinfurth quiz. You know what he did as a profession? What did he do? Anybody? Architect, right. Is there an example of his work here in Auburn? Ford, yeah, go ahead. Fort Hill Chapel, okay.
113 South Street.
113 South Street, okay.
What's that? The house. Oh, really? House. Oh.
Well, word is that he was one of 5 brothers, I think.
4.
4. It's bigger every year. So you know that Donna has been here for 9,344 days? That's true, I didn't make that number up. She started just after Y2K on January the 17th of 2000. So we made it through Y2K, and here we are now.
Hey, Steve. Yes. I have something.
Come on.
I was in leadership yoga with this man and this lady, but this lady, who's the rock star in Auburn, and I just want to, for all the poets in Auburn and in the area, I just want to thank Donna so much for opening up her arms to poetry. We've had some wonderful readings here. And in appreciation, I'm going to give her my latest book. So I just wanted to jump in because there was a moment, right? I took it.
I guess it is time for Donna to come. So, without further ado, Donna.
Thank you, everyone. I'm overwhelmed at seeing all of you here. The Schweinfurth has meant the world to me. In many ways, it was the perfect fit. I love being around artists and creative people. Call me crazy, but I love artists. I have had the opportunity to meet so many amazing artists who have come through our exhibits and education programs. Many have become friends. I found my creative outlet in laying out and designing exhibits, something I love doing and was very particular about. I'm sure the staff would agree. Another good thing about this job is that no 2 days are alike. On any given day, I could be unpacking art, writing a grant, or solving a building problem. Yesterday is a good example. The power went out first thing in the morning, and it was out for over 2 hours. We had a school bus full of kids from Booker T. Washington Center waiting to come in for a tour. After the power was restored, we discovered that our computers were out. Took another hour to get them back online. Our elevator went out. We had to call in for elevator service. All this while people were delivering artwork for our upcoming member show, and we had the general public coming in. It's not a typical day, but it's not an unusual day either. Not all days are that chaotic. There have been unexpected opportunities, like having a tour inside Auburn prison through Leadership Cayuga, which is one of my most memorable experiences. And having the opportunity to travel to the Quilt Festival in Paducah, Kentucky with Angela Dadabo from Auburn Public Theater. One of my favorite activities was going to the New York gift show to buy for our gift shop every year. I would take the train down. I stayed with a QBL participant who happened to be a great cook, a wine collector, and she was savvy about New York restaurants. We always had a great dinner after a long day of shopping. Staff would eagerly wait to see what was ordered. And I can say that the Schweinfurth staff are our best customers. I knew about the Schweinfurth before I ever applied for the job. I worked for an organization called the Gallery Association of New York State, and some of my colleagues from that organization are here today. I learned everything I know about managing the arts and exhibitions from my experience at the Gallery Association and under the director of Kevin Moss, who is here. Thank you, Kevin. And some of my other colleagues are here, and they have helped me throughout the years. I've called upon various friends and family to solve exhibition problems. It's a team effort. So the organization that I worked for, the Gallery Association, was a membership organization that provided exhibition-related services to nonprofit galleries, and the Schweinfurth was one of our members. And I would talk to Susan Martini periodically about services that were needed for the Art Center exhibitions, and who would have thought that I would end up being one of her neighbors years later. It was not only the affiliation with the Gallery Association, but I also had a quilt in one of the jury quilt shows in the mid to late 90s. My mother had 2 quilts shown at the center. I got my love of art, design, and quilts from my mother. She was very supportive of all the programs here. She attended QBL. She and my dad would come to as many openings as they could, and I know they would love to be here today. In December 1999, I drove an hour and a half on Route 20 to my interview at the Schweinfurth. Wesley was there, along with 5 or 6 other members of the search committee. There was no parking in front of the Art Center, so I pulled into the driveway. Mine was the only car out there. I walked up the driveway and came in the front door. And by the time the interview was over, it was dark. I walked down the dark driveway to leave. It has taken the Art Center 44 years, but we finally have taken access from the parking lot off our to-do list. I'm excited to see what projects will move up on that list in the future. I've always known that the Schweinfurth was a gem. There are a few small towns around the state that have comparable facilities, and I've really been privileged to be part of it. But it's truly the community here that sustains it. Thank you to the boards, staffs, volunteers, donors, artists, members,
community partners, city officials, and colleagues that I have had the pleasure to work with. Thank you all so much. And I want to end with a note from one of our members. Hello, Schweinfurth Art Center people. There is an old Chinese parable that says, when you have only 2 pennies left in the world, spend one on bread and the other on a flower. The bread will sustain life, and the flower will give meaning to your life and a reason to live. So it is in this spirit of this idea that I have chosen to spend half of my COVID-19 government check on bread and the other half on the Schweinfurth Art Center for the programs that give life meaning. That was written by Lorraine Savage. And I want to say that the Schweinfurth has given my life meaning. Thank you so very, very much.
One last gift in commemorating all the great things she's done for all the quilters. We appreciate her very much. Now she needs her own creative assistant to go forward.
Oh, wow.